You have the time of your life every single night. The confetti's raining down. You put your hands to the sky, center of the crowd. You're the talk of the town. And I tell myself I don't want that. What glitters isn't gold. I tell myself I don't need it, 'cause I'm fine on my own. But I hate being on the outside looking through a window. I say I don't want it, but I'm so full of it. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna dance with somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. I wanna be the life of the party. I wanna hold on to somebody. Be ooh, 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 ooh. Living your life through a lens, perfect pretending. You think no one can tell. dry. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on, I put my feet up, and we just sing along, and I can't help but feel it.
Let's fly away, just you and me. I need a little break from the city. It's been so long since we've been gone. I wanna feel that summer feel, but I don't wanna go if you ain't with me. Let's make a home, be all alone. So tell me, baby, where would you like to go? Maybe we'll drive from coast to coast. Only
those 17s. white beetroot, turnip, and cherries from the south of Argentina.
Savory dish. Here we're having a duck magret with a white carrot puree.
You enjoy this wine?
Hay todas las explicaciones en las otras mesas.
Come from Altamira side.
With a sorbet of basil, green apple, and lime. The idea is to put a little bit on it.
One by glass. We have here orange and white ones. And on the right side we have the more classic one. And yeah, namaste.